And Ken Kreitzer at West Point for Cam Vets Media. We have a chance to talk to the new first captain being introduced. That is Carolyn Robinson. Carolyn, great to see you. What was it like to go through the process of selection and hear that you're going to be the iconic first captain of your class at West Point?
Yes, sir. It was definitely a very humbling experience. This summer and over the past 3 years, I've had a phenomenal opportunity to work alongside not only very qualified, but also very intellectual and intelligent individuals within my class and across the Corps. So hearing that I was going to be the first captain, I was not only honored, but I was more so excited for this upcoming year. At the end of the day, within the Corps of Cadets, it's not about the individuals, it's about working together as a team. And I think that's what I'm most excited for going into this year, is working alongside some of my peers who are not only some of the best cadets, but some of the best people that I've ever interacted with in my entire life.
Hey, that's great. Now tell us a little bit about where you're from and why you decided on West Point originally.
Yes, sir, absolutely. So I'm originally from Birmingham, Alabama. I went to a high school called Mountain Brook, and I was actually originally recruited to play on the women's volleyball team. So I had the coaching staff reach out to me when I was a junior in high school, and I committed to the academy at the beginning of my senior year. But really the reason why I decided to come to West Point was because of my mom. I come from a single-parent home, and I knew that at the end of the day when I graduated college from wherever that was, I wanted to be able to give back to a group of people. I watched her as she gave everything to me throughout the entirety of my young teenage and high school years, and I wanted to be able to come not only to an institution, but a school and a place where I could give back to a group of people the same way that she gave to me.
Well, that's terrific. Tell us a little bit about some of your first 3 years at West Point in athletics and academics. What's some of the milestone moments for you so far at West Point?
Yes, sir. Beginning back in plebe year, like I said, I was on the women's volleyball team, so I did that for my first 2 years here, which is a fantastic opportunity. I made so many different relationships, not only with girls on that team, but also with the coaching staff and a lot of the different athletes here within the academy. After that, I decided to take a step away from the volleyball team, still maintaining those awesome relationships that I had with Cadet Isabella Sullivan, who's now actually off to be a Rhodes Scholar in a few weeks, who's really been one of my biggest mentors over the past couple years. But I took a step away from the volleyball team and decided to pursue different leadership opportunities within the Corps of Cadets. So one summer I had an opportunity to go visit Rochefort, France, where I trained with some of their military forces over there. And then I also had an opportunity to work in the Pentagon with the Joint Chiefs of Staff History and Research Office, which is a great opportunity to meet some more mentors, but also see what life is like on the other side of the Army. Last year, I was a cadet field training platoon sergeant, which I definitely learned a lot about myself and my leadership style. And then this past semester, I was a operations sergeant major and then a company first sergeant. And then this summer, I was out at cadet field training again, and I was the regimental commander, which is a really fantastic opportunity to not only learn a lot, but also work with some really phenomenal people.
Well, those are terrific experiences you've had in your cadet career already, and really a foundation for leadership. Tell us a little bit about some of the roles of being the first captain. We're going to see you on Army-Navy game day, and tell us about some of the responsibilities, some of the roles that you will fill as first captain.
Yes, sir, absolutely. So as the first captain, I'm ultimately responsible for approximately 4,400 cadets within the Corps. And I'm responsible to the Brigade Tactical Officer, which is Colonel Michael Klepper, and the Commandant, which is Brigadier General Garcia. And my job is to ultimately be responsible for everything that the Corps does or fails to do, and be the liaison between the Corps of Cadets and the officer and the NCO side of the chain of command. It's a really great opportunity to not only influence the Corps, but see a broader perspective of the big Army life as well, sir.
Also, you get to escort a number of the VIP guests who will come to West Point. You got a former president coming in this semester, and quite a few dignitaries. What is it like to meet some of the extraordinary people who come to visit West Point?
It is absolutely unbelievable, sir. They always love hearing about cadet life, but it's also really exciting to hear some of the phenomenal stories that they have to share. Over the summer, we got to meet with some awesome, what we're calling VIPs, or some guest visitors that we have here within the Corps of Cadets, and they have so much to share, not only about their lives, but just about their perspective that they had, and their different jobs and their different roles that they've held, whether it's in the United States or globally. Super grateful for everyone that I've gotten to meet already, and I know myself and some of the members of the brigade staff and the regimental command teams all the way down, we're super excited to welcome everyone that's coming to West Point this year, sir.
Very good. Tell us about your academic side. What do you study? What's your major?
Yes, sir. So I'm an American history major. I declared that my plebe year. Definitely had some influence from a lot of my mentors. So grateful for the history department because they have really allowed me to continue to excel here at the academy and shown me so many different paths that I could take here. Really phenomenal department, and they have supported me throughout the entirety of my cadet career, sir.
Hey, that's correct. That's great. And as a senior, you're going to have branch night late in the semester. Is there a branch of the U.S. Army that you'd like to join?
Yes, sir. So right now my top choice is field artillery. So as the first D class gets closer to branch night, we're closing out on our branching profiles and our branching portals. So doing all the interviews, getting everything submitted so that way we can hopefully open up those envelopes in just a few short weeks and be super excited to enter into the big Army, sir.
Hey, just final question. What's the best thing about being a cadet at West Point and now becoming a first D?
Yes, sir. I think the best part of being a cadet, and everyone says it, but it really is the people. We're constantly surrounded by not only great cadets, but also great officers, great NCOs, civilian faculty, staff, you name it. And that really is the best part because it allows us to meet and interact with so many phenomenal people. But I also think the best part about being a firstie is our opportunity that we're going to get to have in a few short months, which is ultimately serving in the United States Army. I think that we're all incredibly grateful for the opportunities that we've had here at the Academy, but I think we're even more excited to see what our future holds and ultimately see what our future soldiers and what our future Army is going to look like as we begin to look towards commissioning and graduation in a few short months, sir.
Cadet Carolyn Robinson from Alabama, the new first captain at West Point, one of the iconic roles in the Corps of Cadets, a storied role. Best wishes to you. Great to talk with you today.
Thank you so much, sir. Really nice to meet you. Appreciate your time.
Thank you, and I appreciate talking with you. This is Ken Kreitzer for Camp Vets Media. We cover cadets, midshipmen, the military, and veterans proudly since 2008. Thanks for watching.